We are here in the basement, the bunker, with Crow Mollie of Holly, Fenton, Michigan. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Great. Tell us a little bit about your band, how you guys came to be, what you're all about.
I just had some songs I had written, and actually there's no original members in the Blackstone project, which this turned into, but in that I got Danny out of it, and I worked Eddie for about a year, and finally I got him to come along, which got Tim to come too. So really it's all on Eddie. If he didn't join, I wouldn't have Tim in the band either. So. But it took me a year to get him to come around, and I had a handful of songs, and he really dug it, and I actually was trying to work Tim, but we were kind of not on that level with the drummer yet. But
right.
The three of us have worked together in another project before years ago, so Tim knew if we got Eddie, it was going to be something serious and pretty cool. So seen him at a KISS show and told him, hey, you got to come check out my band. I'd like to do,
Well, it was really
about joining it.
And it was really cool how it came together too, because we gave you guys 2 songs.
Right.
And I don't know if it was New Year's Day or the day after, but it was right around the holiday. And I told Dave, I said, give them 2 songs, have them come down to the bunker, and we'll just see what happens. And within 2 songs, both our heads were knocked off, and we were like, "This is it. This is
was
it."
the other level, and the other guys were they were good, decent musicians at the time.
We did it.
They weren't disciplined, and half the time we're coming here unprepared, and just that don't work here. So.
You guys are one of the more formidable and respectable bands in the Detroit area. Hard working, your sound is recognizable. You guys play a lot of festivals all year long. You draw a great crowd. You guys, your sound kind of reflects back to the days of 80s metal and rock and roll, hair bands, stuff like Motley Crue, Warrant, Poison, but you have a great sound that's unique unto yourselves. What do you guys do when you're writing to keep it original and keep it real while going back to that sound?
Again, it's just these guys. They're his tone.
It's called staying true to your roots, man.
It's all. That's what I would say. It's all we know.
Yeah. We don't know anything different.
Yeah.
So. It's definitely a collected effort between all of us. It's the way that Danny plays guitar. It's the way that Dave writes, and he's just in the pocket, riding hard the whole time. Eddie's beating the hell out of his drums all the time, and then I just come in and put a little icing on the cake, and that's what it is. We're not trying to pigeonhole ourselves as anything. We just do what we do. That's it.
There's no amp rack here. There's just a Marshall, and he plugs into it with the tuner. And that's it. Me too. I just plug direct into. We don't have a bunch of fans. It's how what you hear is just how we sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really important to the songs that are created with Crow Mollie is we're not going to create a song and put it on a record if we can't reproduce it live, because we consider ourselves a live band. The only thing that's driving this is the people that pay money to come see us and buy our records and our shirts. So we have an obligation to the venue owners, to the fans, to the people that dig rock and roll. We got to go out there and kick it in the ass, and that's what we do, and we try to work hard every time we do it.
Yeah, if there's one thing that we decided when me and Eddie finally came along was that, like they said, we're not going to do something that's overproduced and something that we can't pull off live. We're not going to use sampled tracks. We're not going to use extra backing vocals. We're going to do exactly how we can pull it off and sound like we sound. I mean, you came down, hung out with us here in the bunker today, and I mean, does it sound like we sound live?
Absolutely.
Does it sound like we sound on the record?
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all
we try to stay true to our roots to some extent.
Well, speaking of albums, let's talk about your new album that you just got ready to release next weekend, All or Nothing.
Yeah.
Long effort. Probably one of the more anticipated releases for the local Detroit scene. The anticipation is really
like
huge.
he said, we're just doing this for fun, and this
That's
band
very
is
humbling too. Because there's a lot of talk about it on Facebook,
Right.
and it's gotten way more bigger than I ever thought.
Right.
This whole thing did. Even in our own local thing.
Well, let's talk about the album. Tell us about some of the songs on there and the inspiration for them.
True.
Some of the songs have been there since day one.
Yep.
We've been playing them for over 3 years, so they're crowd favorites. We decided just to mix things up a little bit, throw some new ones on there. Like he says, we tried some songs, some worked, some didn't, and we wanted just the overall vibe of the album, big summer party.
Yep.
and I think we've captured it.
I think the biggest thing I've heard about this record, All or Nothing, is one guy put it in his car and said, all I'm gonna do is roll the windows down, crank it up as loud as it'll go, and drive as fast as I can. And to me, that's a home run, because
Yeah.
that's
So
exactly
we're not
what it's about.
condoning any fast
Yeah.
driving, but we'd like to see it.
Chrome
Or drink
Mollie is
and
not
drive.
responsible for any
No,
speeding
drive.
tickets.
Drive then drink.
Do not forward us any tickets.
No.
So you guys have played with a lot of national acts too. One of your more memorable ones was a month or so ago. You played with John Corabi at Diesel Concert Lounge, and he came on stage and did Hooligan's Holiday with you. Is that like the pinnacle moment of your band career for you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely one of the
Yeah,
tops.
one of the tops.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the guy is just a class act.
Well,
He
I
is-
think people can hear it in our music. Motley Crue has been an inspiration to all of us, but it was funny how it all came about, because when this band, as it is now, got together, we all started talking about what we like, and I cut my teeth on Aerosmith, but we all had that Motley Crue theme, and I don't remember when it came about, but we all agreed that Hooligan's Holiday was like the most badass song that we'd ever heard. And, you know, we like Vince Neil being a Motley Crue, but that record that came out with Corabi was just knock your head off your shoulders, insane.
There's not a bad song on
No.
there.
Just
They
a
are
heavy
all.
blues, heavy
That was our-
blues
that was
rock,
our
you know,
template,
it's
too.
Yeah.
really-
That was awesome.
So what's ahead for Chrome Mollie in 2014? You guys have a full schedule of concerts coming up, festivals?
Yeah. Me?
What are we doing?
Five
Well,
month tour.
we're pumping the album. We want everybody. People have been waiting 3 years for it.
Yeah.
So we're at,
So
we got
we're
the diesel.
Yep, we're
this
doing a diesel show
Saturday.
June 7th with Karabi.
Oh, it's with.
Well, Cheap Thrill,
Cheap
but
Thrill,
Karabi's-
Cheap Thrill with
Cinderella and-
Karabi's in
yeah.
it. We got a festival show,
Uncle Sam Jam.
Uncle Sam Jam
Down
in
in
July
Woodhaven,
11th.
July.
that is.
Woodhaven?
In Woodhaven, July 11th.
Woodhaven,
yeah.
Michigan. And
That's with Collective Soul. We're not direct support, but a friend of our band is, so.
Yeah, we're kind of keeping the slate clean right now because we just pushed this record out last
Yeah.
week, and
Yep.
we want to
wanna
make
do
sure
some
that
big-
everybody gets it in their hands.
do
and
some big shows.
We want to do some big shows. You know, we just did Y&T, we just did Karabi. We're having a good time with this, but we want to make sure that we're doing the big stages.
And doing the right
Doing the
shows
right
too.
shows, yeah.
Doing
We try to be a little
Right.
more selective now that we decided that we're going to book up until the record's done, put it out there,
Yep.
and then start getting some more feedback and to take these
See
bigger
what door
shows.
that opens for us.
Yeah,
Basically,
right,
it's
exactly.
the biggest marketing tool you got is
Right.
a CD.
Good point.
Nobody's going to take you serious until
Sure.
you do that.
We have one goal. Pine Knob.
Yeah.
We have to play Pine Knob
Yes.
this year. So if anybody out there is watching, our goal for 2014 is to get All or
I don't
Nothing in
care if it's
everybody's
next year,
hands
though. I'll
and
wait.
play Pine Knob.
We want to say thank you to you,
Thank you.
Yeah.
National
thank you.
Rock Review, and check out their site, nationalrockreview.com. I got it right.
Nice.
Just
And check us out at chromolly.com.
I mean, the album wouldn't be here unless
Yes.
they loved us
Right.
to do it. I mean,
Thank you people very much
Yeah.
for.
It gets bigger every week, and we're thankful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
We're just
thankful.
thankful,
I mean,
and we're doing it for fun, like we said, and it's just like, damn, he'll call. Guess what?
yeah.
Something else happened. It's overwhelming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just
very
this album
flattering.
brought us to the next level, and you can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
Look forward to your show next week, June 7th at Diesel Concert Lounge
Yeah.
with Cheap Thrill featuring John Corabi and Chrome Mollie. All or Nothing.
Thank you.
You guys out there.
Open up and set me free.